I'm Bree Turner.
I'm Danny Bruno.
I'm Bitsy Tulloch.
Silas Weir Mitchell.
Claire Coffey.
I'm Reggie Lee.
And we are the cast of Grimm.
I love
Oregonians.
And we stand with our friends.
My colleagues.
From all over Oregon.
All over Oregon.
From all over Oregon.
We believe
There is dignity
in our work.
And there is no shame
in needing help.
So tonight,
I stand together
in solidarity.
in strength.
In strength.
In courage.
With all Oregonians.
To offer our support.
Concern.
And our love.
In this extremely
challenging,
confusing,
difficult time.
So please join us.
and stand together for Oregon.
Please give.
Whatever you can.
Because divided,
We fail.
But together,
We thrive.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Misty Markham, your MC for the evening, and thank you so much for being here tonight. All across our state, the COVID-19 pandemic has left tens of thousands of Oregonians unemployed. This means many of them are unable to pay their rent, keep their lights on, or even put food on the table. Oregon's film, television, and live event community felt something must be done. Enter Together for Oregon, a collaboration between union and non-union production people who've joined forces to produce tonight's event, Together We Thrive, benefiting the unemployed in greatest need throughout our state. Every dollar raised this evening directly benefits 4 incredible nonprofit organizations who are overwhelmed by increased demand from out-of-work Oregonians. So please give what you can because every gift matters. I'll be checking in with you throughout the evening, but right now, let's meet our hosts, Susanna Mars and Dale Johannes.
Thanks, Misty. I'm your co-host. I'm Susanna Mars.
And I'm Dale Johannes.
And welcome to Together We Thrive.
Good evening, Oregon. We are coming to you live from the studio at North Rim here in Southeast Portland, in front of this beautiful set that was donated by Henry V. Thank you so much, Henry V. We not only have a great show for you tonight, but we also have an important show. Because tonight, well, we all have something in common. We're all Oregonians. And so we're here to not only raise money to help out our unemployed neighbors, but we're also here building community. Now, you're going to hear me say this a lot tonight. It's not how much you give that matters, but that you give. And that you give whatever you can, because when you do, even if it's $5 or $10, it connects you to a web of people that is the Oregon that we love, the Oregon that honestly takes care of its own.
All of the funds raised tonight, all of it, will go directly to the 4 carefully selected nonprofits whose demand has increased so dramatically because of so many unemployed. The funds will then be distributed evenly among all 4 of the nonprofits to help increase their capacity. And what is critically important for all of you to know is that this entire production and all of the labor has been donated so that every dollar goes where it is needed most, to the unemployed people in the greatest need throughout our great state.
So I can hear already people asking, well, who are the nonprofits? And where's my donation going to go? Well, the answer to that is you have to watch to find out. That's what the show is kind of all about. Because over the course of this hour, you are going to learn about each one of our beneficiaries. And you're going to meet some really good people who are doing such important work in our state. And these people, they're hurting right now.
And no one knows this better than the film, television, and live events production community that has been decimated by the impact of COVID.
And yet, their response, it was to create an opportunity, a movement for all of us to help unemployed Oregonians. Why? Because community service is in the DNA of the production community, and it always has been.
We also have been gotten some amazing contributions from some of Oregon's best artists, like Portugal the Man, Ron Artis II, Darcelle,
Woo!
Laura Ivance, Maia Wynn, Thunderstorm Artis, who I just heard playing and just made my heart fill up,
Fantastic.
And a whole lot more. Also, Governor Kate Brown and Senator Jeff Merkley will make their contributions to support Together We Thrive.
And after the broadcast hour is up, you're not going to want to go anywhere. Stay with us because we are going to be throwing a little after party for all of you out there. And that's where we're going to get a little crazy. We're going to let our hair down a little bit, maybe have a couple adult beverages or 3 or 4 of them. And we're also going to have some live music for you from Thunderstorm Artis.
And don't worry, though, because we're going to tell you when to switch right over to the live stream at togetherfororegon.org. And if you're streaming the show on KGW, just stay right where you are.
So let's get to it. Let's meet some amazing people doing incredible work in our state. Hey, let's raise some serious money tonight, and then let's just throw ourselves a big old party. How does that sound, Susanna?
I love that plan. So our first nonprofit beneficiary is the Sunshine Division. The focus of Sunshine Division is to make sure people in Oregon have enough food. And when you lose your job, you start worrying about the basics. And there's nothing more basic to survival than food. That's why Together for Oregon decided to put them first in the lineup. Because the very first thing that needs to happen, no matter the crisis, is to make sure that everyone eats. Let's roll the video.
We're unique. You won't find another charity that at 2 in the morning, someone can take a box of food out because they called. And that's Sunshine Division. We're a little different.
I think the biggest thing people need to know about asking for help is that there is help out there. You're not alone, but if you have special needs and you ask for help, they're there for you.
You see the hurt in their face, and you need to make them feel like it's okay. It's okay that you're struggling. We're here to help you.
We've been getting our emergency boxes not only out through our front doors, but also through the partnership with the Portland Police Bureau. And so the police bureaus, they're volunteering their time to take those boxes out.
People who are helping us now are almost like my virtual partner, if that makes sense. They're out there helping me do my job. They're helping through donations. They're helping me fill that box.
We are here, and we are going to respond as we always have for nearly 100 years. But if you have the ability to support what we do, we need your help. And we need your help financially.
My decision was to ask for help or to starve. But after I leave Sunshine, I feel hopeful. The food that I get is not only going to nourish my body, but it's nourishing to my soul as well.
Even though things seem to be a little dark right now, I can assure you that when we give somebody a box of food, I see a lot of hope. And I have a ton of hope, and I'm completely hopeful for the future.
Susanna, just before the video started, you said something that kind of resonated with me. You said, everyone eats. It seems so simple and obvious, but the world can get really complicated right now, and often we miss just the simple stuff. Everyone eats. This is kind of a no-brainer. There is enough food. What we need are organizations like Sunshine Division to receive the funding they need to make sure that people get that food.
It's a no-brainer, and here's our chance right now. So how about it, Oregon?
Let's do this. But before we do, I want to give a big shout out again to Henry V, who donated this entire set. He donated all the cameras, all the lights, and all the crew to set this up.
It just blows my mind that they would be so generous. They don't have to do this. They chose to do it in spite of what a tough time it is for the live event industry because they care about Oregon's unemployed.
It is a tough time. It's a tough time for all of us. But if you've lost your job and you don't have enough food, if your children are hungry, that's an entirely different level of pain that no one should ever have to know. So let's get Sunshine Division the critical funds they need to deliver more food to more unemployed Oregon families because there are more of them right now than ever in our state. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to go to together4oregon.org and make a donation. Please do it right now. $5, $10, $20. It will go a long way. It's also 100% tax deductible. Now imagine this, Susanna. If everyone watching gave $5 right now in the next 10 minutes, that's almost $5 million.
Well, we could start the after party right now.
That sounds really good to me. Let's kick this thing off with a bang. What do you say? Pick up your phone, your laptop, your tablet, any device you can get your hands on and go to together4oregon.org and please give $5. It's good for Oregon and it will feel so good for you to be a part of a community committed to taking care of its own. That is the Oregon that we love so much. Please, $5 right now.
And while they are doing that, we are going to play a wonderful performance by a talented local performer, shot and produced by an incredible union film crew that we have here right in Portland. Ladies and gentlemen, Ron Artis II.
Whoa.
And now, Ron Artis II.
Aloha everybody, I'm Ron Artis II and I'm honored to be working with Together for Oregon today. And I got a brand new song of mine I want to play for you called This Is America. Hope you enjoy. I work with my hands, fight with my voice. There were those who came before me, died so I could have the dream. I lead with my heart and heal with my soul. We built this life for living. Don't be afraid to be bold. This is America, baby. Get your head out of your hands. We fell asleep at the wheel. Hey, it's time to forge a new path. I walked down the streets of San Francisco. Saw a man sleeping on the street. I know the folks went blind because they must have stepped over him 100 times. Seen a place where we could have anything. We still think it comes at the expense of someone else. I bet if we took the time to get to know him, it could change our life. We're the keepers of the way now. Gotta help those in need. Picking up those with a broken spirit. Hey, don't be afraid to be bold. This is America, baby. Woo. Get our hands out of our head. We fell asleep at the wheel. It's time to forge a new path.
Don't be afraid to be bold. Straight to the heart. Wow, what an incredible song and such a beautiful shoot. One of the things I love so much about seeing that video is knowing that all of the people involved volunteered to be a part of something bigger than themselves. Because just like Henry V, who donated everything you see, and the studio at North Rim that donated this entire space and crew, they know that in times of real crisis, community matters, especially now when we are so isolated from each other.
Yeah, that's kind of what this is all about. Yes, we are socially distanced, but through your giving, right? Through your giving, through your participation in events like this, you make sure that we remain a tight community. And if there is a silver lining to this awful pandemic, it's this. It's reminding us how much we need each other.
Well, maybe that's the big lesson in all of this.
Yeah, I think it is, Suzanne. I believe that that's what this is all about. Okay, before we move on to our next beneficiary, we're going to check back and see how we're doing with all the giving with Misty. How are we doing, Misty?
Thanks, Dale. We're doing really well, actually. We've got some amazing donors that I would like to recognize right now, our sponsors. A huge thank you to Northwest Oregon Labor Council and IBEW for gifts of $500 tonight. Thank you. At our sustaining sponsor level of $1,000, we have 3 sponsors tonight we're very excited about. First, LIUNA, the Oregon and Southern Idaho District Council of Laborers, thank you so much. And also Teamsters Local 206 joining us with $1,000 gifts. LIUNA Local 737 also giving at the $1,000 level tonight. We thank you so, so much. And at our patron level of $5,000 tonight, the United Food and Commercial Workers Local 555 is stepping up and in a strong way. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors tonight for getting us started up at such a great start. But folks, keep those donations coming in. We're not done yet. The website to give is listed at the bottom of your screen. Oregon needs you right now. Back to you, Susanna.
Thanks, Misty, so much for giving thanks to all the incredible generosity that's out there. Thanks to everyone who gave. Keep it coming. Like I said, it's all about you out there tonight.
Yes, and on behalf of all the unemployed Oregonians who will not go hungry because of your support, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, before we meet our next beneficiary, let's hear from a very, very special guest. Let's take a look.
Governor Kate Brown here. We are living in unprecedented times. The COVID-19 global pandemic has changed the way we live and left many Oregonians out of work and struggling to make ends meet. But in times of crisis, we must come together to make our community stronger, even if it means staying apart. That's why I'm so glad that Oregon's film, television, and live event community formed Together for Oregon and put together this virtual event. I find it so encouraging that in the midst of the uncertainty about when theater, music, and live events will be safe to plan and attend, Oregon's union and non-union production communities are working side by side to create a way for Oregonians to support all of our struggling live event workers. A big thank you to everyone who's made this event possible and to everyone watching tonight. That's what we do here in Oregon. We take care of each other. So tonight, please join Together for Oregon and your fellow Oregonians in supporting the folks who make the events and the productions we love possible. Please give whatever you can. Thank you. And have a great evening.
Thank you, Governor Brown. Her support is so meaningful to this event and to all of Oregon's unemployed. All right, so who's up next, Susanna?
Well, with an organization like Sunshine Division, it's easy to make the connection between the pandemic lockdown, unemployment, and the struggle to pay for food. But our next beneficiary could be an easy one for many of us to miss, which is why Together for Oregon wanted to make them a part of tonight's event.
Oh, you're talking, of course, about Bradley Angle.
Yes, they work with domestic violence across a very broad spectrum. And according to a KGW report in March of this year, domestic violence arrests in Portland were up 27% from last year in the same month. That's the same month people started losing their jobs due to the lockdown. I mean, imagine being in lockdown with an abuser or a potential abuser who just lost their job and is feeling that financial stress, and the world is closed and they feel as though there is no way out. Well, this is the work that Bradley Angle does. Now, Misty had a chance to speak with the executive director, Bree Condon, earlier this week. Bree is just straight up brilliant. Let's roll that interview.
So thank you so much, Bree, for joining us tonight. I wanted to be sure that the viewers really got to know Bradley Angle. So do you mind telling us a little bit about who Bradley Angle is and what you do?
My name is Bree Condon. I'm currently serving in the role as executive director for Bradley Angle. We serve upwards of 1,200 to 1,300 domestic violence survivors in and around Multnomah County. And we have a variety of different service offerings. We do 5 things really well, Misty. We do economic empowerment for domestic violence survivors across the board. That's who we serve. We offer culturally specific services for the Black, African, and African American communities, the LGBTQ+ communities, the intersection of both of those cultures. And then also we provide emergency-based shelter. We provide short-term and long-term housing for folks who are fleeing potentially imminent danger.
So tell me, how has COVID-19 impacted domestic violence as a whole, and then by proxy, Bradley Angle?
That is a great question. And of course, we have COVID-19. We have the death of George Floyd. So we have a great many different influential factors here. For instance, privacy is really hard to come by right now, even more so because of COVID-19. So when we think of people, you know, if they're someone who has a 9-to-5 job and they come home at night, we think this feeling of safety in our bodies and in our home. And when you're a domestic violence survivor and you're potentially housed with the individual who's your perpetrator and you're trying to plan to leave safely, that's not true. The feeling of home can feel very much the opposite of safety to some.
From your point of view, why would you say is the main reason people should give and support Bradley Angle right now during this crisis?
Regardless of COVID-19 or not, domestic violence is really a root cause of symptoms. Certain symptoms would be things like homelessness. It's the number 3 reason kids get placed into foster care in our state alone. And in addition, in 2014 to 2019, domestic violence was identified as causing 60% of the mass shootings that we've seen across the country. And so I just urge viewers to imagine that domestic violence is a root cause and not a symptom. And so if we can address that with a more equitable lens, I think we could make drastic changes to the frequency of symptoms that we're seeing in society today.
Thank you so much, Bree, for being with us tonight on Together We Thrive.
Absolutely. Thanks, Misty.
Thank you.
I thought Bree made so many really interesting points. She said that domestic violence is not a symptom, but a cause of social problems. So the idea is that if we can reduce the amount of domestic violence, we could have a huge impact on so many of the social problems we face that come as a result of growing up in violent households.
I can't think of a better reason to support Bradley Angle than that.
So here's the point. With your donation, you can not only have a direct positive impact on the lives of survivors, but you can also directly positively impact our world.
All right, Oregon, we know what to do, right? We're going to make absolutely sure Bradley Angle has the resources it needs to meet this increased demand. This is mostly women and children in these situations, Susanna, right? These are our sisters, our mothers, our daughters, and our children, because this is our community. And again, it's not how much you give, but that you give, and give whatever you can. So please, right now, go to together4oregon.org. You know, with so many problems in the world, here's your chance to finally be a part of the solution. $5, $10, $20, $10,000, it doesn't matter. Well, $10,000 would be very nice. What matters is that you care enough to engage with your community. I promise. You'll feel good about it. And you won't just feel better about yourself. You're going to feel better about the community that you live in. And for $10 or $20, that's a small price.
With all that's going on right now, I'd say it's a steal. So while you're grabbing the nearest device to give whatever you can, we're going to hear from a Portland institution and longtime Bradley Angle supporter. Let's roll it.
My name is Darcelle XV. I have been here for 53 years. I'm also the oldest performing drag queen in the world. Guinness World Records. That's very nice. One of my favorite charities is Bradley Angle House. It was established in 1975. It's the first, one of the first on the West Coast where abuse was they took care of abused ladies and children, but now of course men also. And they get them back on their feet. They have a safe environment to be in, with counseling and the whole. It's wonderful. Portland is my home. I'm so proud. I wouldn't live anywhere else. I've traveled. I've done shows in other countries, but this would never. I would never leave Portland. When people realize that they need the people that they deal with, no matter what, in what capacity, they need them, and enjoy them. Enjoy the fact that we're not all the same. Together we thrive. That's exactly what it is. I wouldn't be where I am now in the community if I didn't depend on other people, and together makes it all happen. And you take one step forward, take a couple steps forward, and don't let anybody make you go backward.
We do love Darcelle. Like you said, she is a Portland icon and institution.
Darcelle, you are a national treasure. And I love what she said about community. She said she wouldn't have survived all these years if she hadn't allowed herself to depend on other people.
I mean, that's what we've been saying here tonight. We need each other to survive. And Oregon's unemployed, well, they need your help, and they need it right now. So whatever's coming with COVID, the only way to survive is if we come together as a community. Well, it's all in the tagline of tonight's show. Divided we fail, but together we thrive.
That is so true. And maybe even more true for survivors of domestic abuse, because it is so isolating that they may feel that they can't trust anyone.
That's right. So please, go to togetherfororegon.org. Give whatever you can and show domestic abuse survivors that there is someone in this world that they can trust. In fact, there is an entire community.
And speaking of giving, we have yet another amazing Oregon-based artist who has donated a performance specifically for the Together We Thrive fundraiser.
Again, that website is together4oregon.org. You know what to do, Oregon. All right, let's take a listen.
Her name is Laura Ivance. She's an amazing local singer-songwriter who was making her living performing, but like so many people, she lost that job due to the pandemic lockdown. The song is called Starlight, and it's absolutely gorgeous.
My name is Laura Ivance. Before COVID, I was blessed to make my living as a singer-songwriter. And like so many artists, the gigs just stopped when the venues closed down. Now I work as a flagger, and even though it's not my chosen profession, I'm grateful to have the job because I know there are a lot of Oregonians who don't have any work at all. That's why I'm honored to be a part of the Together We Thrive event tonight.
Little wonder I feel like crying. I feel the pain in the world without trying. Switch my focus to my gratitude. I have never had to beg for food. Little wonder that I fantasize, and I compare my life to other lives. I could only just feel satisfied. What I already do have, I'd come alive in the moment that sing from all the treetops, with the sun that shines in hues. Now with this beauty made for me and you, I am a fire warm and bright, in a sky so cold and dark, I can be seen, 'cause I am starlight. Starlight, starlight, in the darkest night. Little wonder I feel unworthy. Make it easy, I'm too curvy. That my breast size is just way too small. Skin's too dark, my nose too big, my clothes too dull. Is it a wonder that I'm traumatized? Feeling the fear so highly publicized. If I could only be fed love, not lies, the wisdom I already have inside would thrive in the moment with the raindrop, with the birds that sing from all the treetops, with the sun that shines in hues. All of this beauty made for me and you. I am a fire warm and bright, in a sky so cold and dark, I can receive, 'cause I am starlight, 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 in the darkest night.
Thank you so much, Laura Ivance. That was gorgeous.
What a fantastic talent. Well, listen, it's been a little while since we checked in with Misty. Misty, how is Oregon responding?
Wow, Oregon is really showing up tonight, Dale. I'm telling you, tonight you are making such a difference in people's lives. During our last segment, I'm happy to report that our giving lines are literally blowing up. We've had $500 gifts from Ellen Bai, $300 gifts from Colleen Chu, and $250 gifts from C. Carlson, Louise Jenkins, Brooks Brewitt, and Alexander Ruiz. You are doing such great work for Oregonians today. Thank you so much for showing up. And now, as I said at the top of the show, this entire evening has been made possible by a collaboration of union and non-union production workers who felt there had to be a creative response to the COVID crisis in our state. They donated absolutely everything tonight. Literally everything goes directly where it will do the greatest amount of good to unemployed Oregonians in need. That's why we felt it so important to acknowledge the community giving so much here tonight. The gorgeous video you're about to see comes from the live events industry of Oregon, who speak for so many of us out of work right now. They've given so much tonight. Please dig deep and give as generously as you can in return.
There are moments in life that we shape from our dreams. Impossible moments that come alive, vibrantly, breathlessly, allowing our souls to soar and our hearts to unite. There are moments in life that define who we are as individuals. Moments that show us where we're going as a team, a community, as Oregonians. There are moments in life where inspiration, planning, coordination, and anticipation all comes together perfectly. We are the team behind those moments. We see them all because we were a part of them all. We are the nearly 4,000 live event businesses across Oregon. We are venues, rental companies, and catering businesses. We are event planners, entertainers, and AV professionals, and we are so much more. Did you know that the event industry brings in nearly $6 billion each year to Oregon's economy? To put that into perspective, every dollar spent on a corporate event generates $1.60 to our local economy. In 2019 alone, the 351 conferences that Travel Portland booked generated more than $146 million. Our local concerts generate nearly $450 million annually. Live events raise $3.5 billion in support of local Oregon charities every year. Going further, local events have an enormous impact on our rural communities. For example, the Pendleton Roundup brings in over $65 million to the city of Pendleton each and every year. Even weddings are a huge factor, contributing $720 million annually to Oregon's economy as a whole. Lastly, arts and cultural events see over 10 million attendees every year and inject over $325 million to Oregon's economy, not including ticket sales. For example, Oregon Shakespeare Festival is the largest repertory theater in the country, employing over 600 Oregonians and injecting over $120 million into the state's economy every year. The live events industry has been uniquely impacted by this pandemic. Our businesses can't shift to curbside pickup and to-go orders. We can't sell our products online and ship it to waiting customers. Moreover, when we are able to reopen, it will take months to get back to normal because events aren't planned overnight. So now we ask ourselves, how will we get through this? To say we need help is an understatement. To our elected leaders, please don't forget about us. As plans are made to help Oregon recover, remember us and let us be a part of the conversation. Our businesses will be severely impacted for years to come. To the festival goers, networkers, concert fans, brides and grooms, and gala attendees, we will gather again. When the time comes, we'll be here to help you create more of life's most memorable moments. And to our friends in the industry, now is the time to step out from behind the scenes and make ourselves known. Join us. Learn more at the website www.leioregon.org.
I am so glad that LAI video was shown here tonight. People outside the industry often don't understand the kind of extraordinary effort that goes into producing the films, the shows, and the live events that we enjoy so much. And they shouldn't. They pay their money, and they go and they enjoy the show. But it's important to remember that when COVID stopped the music, it shut down one of Oregon's most vital industries, and it put thousands of hardworking and highly skilled professionals out of work.
That's what I find so moving about this event, Dale. One of the industries hardest hit by the pandemic in our state responded to their own crisis by trying to help others.
And I hope that inspires you, our viewers, to do exactly the same. Because they've done their part, and now it's your turn. Because the truth is, we need you. So please go right now to together4.oregon.org right now. Give whatever amount speaks to you. It helps all the unemployed throughout our great state.
Now, this is all a perfect segue into our next beneficiary. It's called Labor's Community Service Agency, where so much of this event spirit originates. In a word, they are amazing. Let's roll the video.
For the last 45 years, Labor's Community Service Agency has been a champion for health, well-being, and the stability of working families throughout Oregon and Southwest Washington. We work hand in hand with United Way, as well as our local labor unions, working families, and other community-based organizations to encourage supportive environments for our regional workforce while also providing rental and utility assistance during difficult times. LCSA will be on the front lines, serving Oregon and Southwest Washington's working families through loss of stability and income during the coronavirus pandemic. With your support, we can make a dent in the overwhelming need dislocated working families face. Your donations will provide housing assistance, emergency childcare, food resources, and much, much more. LCSA will be helping housekeepers, healthcare workers, janitor and maintenance workers, school employees, stagehands, theater workers, bus drivers, and so many more. LCSA has served hundreds of families since March, when the impacts of the coronavirus started to hurt our communities. Assistance from LCSA is focused on rent and utility assistance. LCSA's traditional supportive programs include Pre-Apprenticeship Child Care Initiative, which covers childcare costs while parents go through the training in preparation on entering the building trade careers. All families are welcome, with a special focus on women, people of color, and our justice-impacted communities. Through the Regional Workforce Development Organization Work Systems, LCSA has served thousands of Washington and Multnomah County dislocated workers with guidance on how to file for unemployment benefits, how to navigate the marketplace for their health insurance needs, and access to helpful community resources such as 211 during the coronavirus pandemic. Since 1974, LCSA has been a proud United Way partner, helping vulnerable people access critical services such as short-term housing assistance, utility assistance, and access to food and other basic needs. Thank you so much for your support.
LCSA does so much to help working families. Health and Human Services, education, toy drives, and apprenticeship programs. The list goes on and on and on.
And what about Helping Hands? I mean, that is really the foundation of what we're doing here tonight. Helping Hands is LCSA's signature program that ensures working families who can't make ends meet, they're still able to stay in their homes, keep the lights on, feed their families, and even have gifts for their children during the holiday season.
Yes, LCSA is like the mothership of the production community's spirit of service.
That's right. So please donate now. Support all their good work by logging on to, I'm going to give it to you again, together4oregon.org.
You know, when COVID stopped the music on the live events industry, that also included live theater. And hundreds lost family wage jobs. And now so many of them are depending on LCSA to survive. So we're going to hear more about exactly what is going on with the live theater community from one of its heroes, Robin Williams at P5.
But as we do, Oregon, please go to together4oregon.org. Support the LCSA and working families. They need your help, and they need it right now.
Portland 5 Centers for the Arts is the umbrella organization that manages this building, which is Antoinette Hatfield Hall, that has 3 theaters in it, Brunish Theater, the Winningstad Theater, and the Newmark Theater. Then across the street, we manage Arlen Schnitzer Concert Hall, and then 10 blocks away, we manage Keller Auditorium. Yeah, there's a very real chance of losing all of this. And so then what? Do we all then just hand the keys over to somebody and go goodbye, and we all have to walk away, and then there's nobody here to try and prepare the theaters for reopening? There's nobody booking shows. All business here just comes to a screeching halt. We have about over 800 jobs that come from just us running these theaters. And that doesn't count all the jobs through the concessionaire, the bartenders, security guards, all the employees for all the arts groups that perform and use these buildings. It's huge. And the impact to the restaurants and the bars in the neighborhood when there's a show night. The materials that we buy from vendors, it's all a very important part of our economic impact. And so instead of being able to reopen in 2 weeks, we're talking about months to bring the theaters back online. And we need to get the theaters running as fast as we can so we can get the jobs back.
A big thank you to Robin Williams, who does so much to keep theater vital in our community.
Okay, so it's about time we checked back in with Misty and see how Oregon is responding. But before we do, we have a very special message for you from a very special guest.
Greetings to everyone joining us as we stand together for Oregon. Thank you to the organizers of this event. It's an incredible feeling to know that the place we call home is filled with so many loving communities that care for those who need help the most. I don't have to tell anyone here that this is an unprecedented health and economic crisis. Almost 3.5 million cases of COVID-19 in our country, approaching 140,000 deaths, millions and millions of Americans out of work. Schools and businesses across our country shuttered as parents struggle to juggle the demands of working from home while caring for their kids' emotional, physical, and educational well-being. No question, we're in dark and difficult times, and it's hitting the most vulnerable the hardest. It's very clear that we need to focus our efforts on helping to ensure that everyone in our communities has the support and resources they need to get through this crisis. Events like this one are so critical to making that vision a reality. And it would not happen without all of you who have tuned in online. I'm so thankful that Oregon has community organizations like the ones participating tonight. They've been doing the work of caring for our communities long before this crisis, and they will continue to do that work after we beat this pandemic. Thank you all. Working together, we will get through this crisis to a much better place.
Thank you so much, Senator Merkley, for supporting Together We Thrive this evening. Well, I know one thing for sure, and that is that Oregonians are really stepping up right now. The generosity and outpouring of gifts is amazing. I just want to point out a few of them. I cannot say them all literally. $200 from Take Him, thank you. $100 from all of the following: Gail Duncan, Dave Michael, Donna Litvin, Sue Blodgett, Mark Tesoro, Pam and Bruce Warner, Robin Pritchard, and the list goes on. We'd literally be here all night if I read them out loud. So folks, please, we are not done yet. The need is great and ongoing. Please dig deep and support your fellow Oregonians tonight who need your help. Isn't the outpouring amazing, Susanna?
Is absolutely incredible. And, well, you might be wondering why Dale is wearing that very fashionable mask.
Yes, okay. So, well, it's an interesting story. So, as you know by now, tonight's event is called Together We Thrive. And all the funds raised from Together We Thrive, they'll be divided equally between the 4 nonprofits that we have featured this evening. But the organization producing this event, it's called Together for Oregon. And the mask, the t-shirt, the fantastic dapper tote bag that is displayed so lovely by Susanna Mars right now, that all belongs to Together for Oregon. And they're all available for sale right now at togetherfororegon.org. Now, I want to be clear about something. While all the funds raised tonight from this Together We Thrive event are going to go to our 4 nonprofits, the proceeds from this swag you purchase will go to benefit Together for Oregon. Why would I do that, Dale? Well, I'll tell you why. So they can produce the next fundraiser. We don't know what the future holds for any of us. We may need to do this again and hopefully not again and again. But by purchasing this swag, you will also be supporting Misplaced Screen Printing, a local print shop struggling to stay open during the COVID crisis.
So it's a triple win. Together for Oregon wins by receiving funds to produce their next event. The printer wins because the orders received tonight help them keep their doors open. And our viewers win because they get all of this extremely stylish swag.
It's the trifecta of winning. And by the way, did I tell you that you kind of look amazing with the tote right
Well,
there?
thank you so much.
Okay, Susanna, so let's meet our final beneficiary of the night, NAYA, the Native American Youth and Family Center. Set us up, Susanna.
Well, what many people don't know is that 40,000 Native Americans live in Portland, making it the 9th largest urban Native American community in the United States. And yet in Multnomah County, 25% of the people earn less than $10,000 a year. That means almost half of the Native American population of Oregon lives in deep poverty. Native youth have the lowest high school graduation rate of any ethnic group. And as a whole, the Native American community in Oregon is vastly overrepresented in child welfare, homelessness, incarceration, hunger, preventable illness, and early pregnancy.
But in spite of all of those challenges, the Native population here in Oregon insists on remaining a hopeful community. They continue to grow and thrive by remaining rooted in their shared heritage as the original inhabitants of this very land that we are standing on right now.
In Oregon, the epicenter of that hope is NAIA. Let's roll the video.
Portland is home to the 9th largest Native American community in the United States. There are about 70,000 people who live in this area that say they have Native American ancestry or are enrolled in a federally recognized tribe. There are about 380 different tribes that are represented here, which makes it a very diverse Native community.
There used to be an urban Indian center here long time ago, but that I think died out in the 80s. NAIA became more of that urban Indian center. It became a place where if people came into our community, where do you go? You go to NAIA. If you need something, where do you go? You go to NAIA. If you want to meet other people, where do you go? You go to an event at NAIA. You show up in one place because that's where we all are. We started out as an organization that was really primarily focused around education. We offer after-school tutoring, we offer services at the different schools, engagement with kiddos, kids who are involved in gangs. We work with homeless kids.
As NAIA continued to grow, they became a 501c3 in 1994, and from there they really took off and started to expand their programming and services in ways that the community really asked for. Economic development programs for starting your own business. We have home ownership programs. We have programs to bring kids and families out of homelessness. It really is an amazing organization.
With over 120 employees, over a $10 million budget, we brought it together because our community asked for it.
We serve about 10,000 community members here in the Portland area, and it's a place that everyone can call home.
To be able to have a place where many people can come together and be what we need to be, to support each other in the best way we can, to move forward, to grow, to change, to shift, all in one place. That's really important.
This land is actually once occupied by the Nirchokiko village, and so we are so fortunate to be on this land right now. We need to preserve this for future generations. It's important for us to have one home for many nations, and this is where we need to be.
Frank Elby, Inupiat Eskimo.
Jenny Brixey, Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma.
Tyresha Garrett, Southern Cheyenne Arapaho.
Ezra Whitman, Nez Perce.
Renee Menchaca, Pasquayaqui and White Mountain Apache.
Paul Lemley, citizen of the Yakama Nation.
Tana Sanchez, Shoshone Bannock, Ute, and Comacrudo Carrizo.
I can't think of a better example of what we've been trying to say all night about the importance of community.
And again, it's not how much you give, but that you give. Because when you give to NAIA, that giving connects you to the critical work they are doing in our community every single day. So let's demonstrate right now that Oregon is a state that cares for and about our Native population. Let's do this right now. I'm going to ask everyone to go to togetherfororegon.org. Make a donation. Showcase your support in this moment. It's 100% deductible right now. Let's close this hour in a big way, Oregon. Go to togetherfororegon.org right now and please give whatever you can.
And while our viewers are supporting NAIA, we're going to roll an amazing video donated by Portugal the Man, who is a huge supporter of NAIA. And the best way to demonstrate your love for Portugal the Man is to send lots of love to NAIA. Let's roll this amazing video by Portugal the Man, live in the moment.
Oh, we come back Sunday morning, got soul to sell. When you're gone, goodbye, so long, farewell. My home is a girl who can't wait for time to tell. God only knows we don't need his story or your family. Swinging from the branches of the tree. God only knows we don't need ghost stories. Let's live in the moment. Come back Sunday morning, oh my world. When you're gone, goodbye, so long, farewell. Let's live in the moment. Come back Sunday morning, got soul to sell. When you're gone, goodbye, so long, let's live in the moment. Come back Sunday morning, oh my world. When you're gone, goodbye, so long, farewell. Come back Sunday morning, got soul to sell. When you're gone, goodbye, so long, farewell.
I'm Susanna Mars. Oregon, you have my heart.
And I'm Dale Johannes. Thank you so much, Oregon. You are amazing. We're going to see you at the after party at kgw.com. Be safe, be well, and be good to each other. Good night, everyone. Thanks,
Night.
Oregon.
Good night.
I'm Amanda Sager, and I'm an Oregonian.
I'm Misha Hernandez.
I'm Courtney.
My name is Gene Blackburn.
I'm Governor Kate Brown.
My name is Bob Bussell.
I'm Rachel McClendon.
I'm Emily Saylor, and I am an Oregonian.
I'm Russell Sanders, and I'm an Oregonian.
I stand
together.
I stand with
my neighbors,
our friends,
my colleagues
from all over Oregon.
From all over Oregon.
Because I believe
there is
dignity
in work.
But no shame.
No shame.
No shame.
And needing help.
I stand together.
We stand together.
In solidarity.
In strength.
In strength.
And encourage.
With all Oregonians.
To offer our support.
Our concern.
Our love.
During this difficult
and challenging,
painful
time.
So please.
Join us.
And stand
together for Oregon.
Please give what you can.
Because
divided we fail.
But together.
We thrive.
We thrive.
We thrive.
We thrive.
Together we thrive.
We thrive.
We thrive.
Hi, I'm Nicole Adams. I work for the Native American Youth and Family Center in Northeast Portland. I am an enrolled member of the Colville Confederated Tribes of Washington State, and it is a super delight to be here with you today and to be able to talk with our good friend, Zach.
Yeah. Thanks, Nicole. I'm Zach Carruthers. I play bass in Portugal the Man, and also help run a foundation based off this kind of stuff. We've learned a lot from your organization, and yeah, it's good to see you. Good to talk with you.
First of all, thank you on behalf of NAIA, on behalf of our community. Thank you, Zach, and thank everybody in the band and at the foundation and all of the team around you for the consistent and really meaningful support that you've given to the Native American community in Portland. It has been deeply appreciated. What really drove your interest to getting to know NAIA a little bit better and wanting to support our organization?
Honestly, in general, we usually just have our ears to the ground, as the sky when it comes to things that matter to us. And for us, that's music, art, community, the city of Portland. And anything that I heard about you guys when looking into it, I connected with the balance of where you come from, where you're at, and where you're going. And honestly, it really connected with us with your program. I really like how I think it's very important to uphold traditions and things you do with anybody, like specifically in the Native American community. I think there's so many things that traditionally it's very important for the world, I think, to kind of get back to connecting with the land, connecting with your elders, your ancestors. I think there's so much that we can learn from that we need to, that's so important for the world right now. And I just think you guys do a really cool job of that, but not shunning normal life and sports and school and cities and hip hop and rock and roll, and everything can work to live together. And it's really hard. People struggle with traditional and then non-traditional, and you have to figure out that balance for yourself. And from what I've learned and from what I've seen at your organization is you give people the space and the tools to realize that for themselves.
Well, thank you. And you're hitting on something really important. I myself grew up as a Native person, raised with a lot of my traditions and my ceremony, and my family, still connected to our reservation. A lot of young people and a lot of their parents, and now even some of their grandparents, have all, there's multiple generations now that live in urban environments. I think that the numbers of Native Americans who now live in urban centers is now greater than those that are living on the reservations throughout the country. And so it can get really interesting when you're dealing with keeping, those young people. There needs to be a home, a cultural home in an urban environment where the cultural programming that we provide the grandmas that we have and the aunties that we have, you know, that's what, once you get familiar with someone, they're your grandma or your auntie or your uncle, they all are consistent, you know, we're not going anywhere. And the families that are, you know, looking for that sense of culture and community and ties to tradition. And that's exactly like, it's not necessarily just a powwow, and it's not necessarily just a class. Although we have both of those, but it's embedded in everything we do, from the curriculum at our high school to, you know, the programming that we do, bringing elders together with some of our high school students, you know, because those intergenerational connections are so important to us.
That's what it's all about. It's like, it's just really connecting, really learning, and you learn about the past, you learn about the present, where you are, you learn about the future. And that's what I love about your organization.
Hopefully someday when we are able to gather again, we can redo taco, burrito,
absolutely,
beans and rice, feeding frenzy at NEA, and you know, like have you back again, and welcome just the community to all of our programs. They are open to everybody as well, so you can lead the charge with that when the time comes, and it can't be soon enough. So thank you so much again, and thanks for finding time to talk.
Hey, welcome everyone to the after party. That's right, we are at the virtual after party. You're probably watching either on kgw.com or you could be at togetherfororegon.org. Welcome. Hopefully you saw the live show on KGW. I'm Dale Johannes, along with the fantastic
Susanna Mars.
And we're also with
Misty Markham.
Misty Markham, that's right. And we're going to be with you at this fantastic after party. I want to tell everyone that you can still go to our website and give. Please do. togetherfororegon.org. You are helping 4 fantastic nonprofits throughout Oregon. We talked about them tonight. Let's see if we got this right. Sunshine Division,
NEA,
right? NEA, Bradley Angle, and
LCSA.
LCSA, thank you so much. We also have some great live music for you tonight, so we're going to get to that in a little bit. But first, we just wanted to say, thank you, Oregon. Thank you. You showed up tonight, but we don't want it to stop there. No, 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 no. You can still go to the website right now, togetherfororegon.org, and you can make a gift. Every single dollar counts right now. And, oh, by the way, it's all 100% tax deductible, as if they needed another incentive, right? So to go to the website, you go to together4Oregon.org. Please make a gift. Please help out Oregon. There are so many people in Oregon that are struggling right now, and we take care of our own. That's why we're so Oregon strong and Oregon proud. Am I right?
You are absolutely right.
And if you need help, ask for help, and then you'll be helped, and then you can help the next people who need help.
It's called paying it forward. That's what we do. I am in this studio tonight, I want to say, with the most amazing production crew right now. And I have to give them all a shout out. Let me tell you something. Live television, it can be a little stressful. Just a little bit stressful, right? And a little bit into the stream, boom, one camera went down. You know what? We pivoted, we were good. This production crew, they're all here volunteering, and they're working there. And I can say this because we're virtual. They're working their ass off right now.
We can say that?
I can say that.
I didn't know we could say that.
Virtual stream. We're going to have cocktails later. We're going to have some adult beverages. By the way, I'm going to encourage you. Go ahead and grab your favorite adult beverage, or 4 or 5 of them, right? And sit back and relax, because we're going to be talking to you tonight. In this after party, we got some really great music. I heard, what's our artist name? Thunderstorm Artis?
Thunderstorm Artis.
So we were downstairs, and we were listening to him warm up.
Oh, it was awesome.
He's kind of fantastic,
Fabulous.
Right? So you're gonna hear him just a little bit. I will say that we're all being completely responsible during this pandemic right now. Everybody who is behind the camera right now has masks on. We are doing our part tonight. When the camera's not on, we're all wearing our masks. We're all socially distancing. And so I just want to say that I really appreciate this event being as responsible as possible, because we all kind of have to look after each other right now. Things are not going great in Oregon right now. We seem to be moving backwards a little bit.
Numbers are on the rise a little bit.
Right, which is exactly why we're doing this, right? So we're helping out so many people that are unemployed in Oregon right now. And there's a real possibility we could be looking at another stay-at-home order. It's up to the governor. So I'm just going to ask everyone, please do your part, right? Do what's right. wear your mask, social distance. You know, we all kind of have to look out for each other.
And you know, don't forget all the people who work live events, theater and blazers and golly, all the concerts. And needless to say, I'm an actress and that's all my work is gone. Portland, Oregon, Portland Opera, Artist Repertory Theater, Portland Center Stage, all the organizations that we work for so much. Write notes and tell all these art institutions, Portland Art Museum, all the institutions that you love, write them a note. Tell them what's going on, how you're doing. Look at their website, see what they're doing. So many people have fascinating stuff online. Pass an Art Theater, Don't Shoot Portland. Just great organizations, all of whom are also missing out on the live events that we survive on.
It's tough right now. So Misty and I are both auctioneers. So think about all the galas that we had. And that's just not just our work, that's the nonprofits, right? That money goes away. Then you've got all the catering companies, right?
All the vendors.
Please get out there. Support the catering companies that need your help right now. We've got Vibrant Table and Art of Catering and all these other caterers. They're fantastic. You can still get on and order dinner to be delivered to your house. I'm going to ask that you please support a lot of these organizations. And what we're going to talk about a little bit later when we get a little bit of drink too is support the vineyards. That's another industry that is hurting right now,
and
right?
it's the perfect season to do so.
I know. It's so beautiful out now. Go to the vineyards. They're open. You have to stay socially distant. A lot of them you have to make an appointment. But please go support our friends out at the vineyards. They, even though it's really rough right now, they're still supporting nonprofits.
Yes, they are.
They are doing their part right now, and it's tough on them. So please get out there and support these local businesses that need your help right now.
In fact, I could even say, take a look at Artslandia's website because my podcast lives on there, and you can listen to a whole bunch of artists talking about making art.
She's plugging herself right now. That is a self-plug right there. It's actually pretty cool.
Artslandia.
Oh, Artslandia, which is essentially Susanna Mars.
Yeah, and there's lots of cool places also because Artslandia's got a marketplace with all sorts of distilleries. I'm just saying, it's kind of nice.
Yeah, it is kind of nice. And again, we're going to remind you, the website, together4oregon.org. Go right now. Yeah, I'm talking to you. No, not you. I'm talking to you right there. That's right.
Oh, yeah, you guys are getting too close.
Yeah,
Did we
you guys
split it open, Pete? Come on now.
Did we mention that they can give for an entire month?
Oh, that's right. The website is going to be open for 30 days. So you can continue the giving. Also, I do have to give a little shout out to the swag. The swag.
Where's my bag?
The swag. So
swag
you can get
killer.
online at Together for Oregon, and you're going to see this great swag that you can have right now. They got T-shirts. Right? Oh, I don't have my mask. They have. I'm gonna go this way.
Dale, come back.
Then I'm gonna come back.
The tote.
They have
Gorgeous.
totes. They have hats, and something we all need right now. Check that out.
Very nice.
And do I look cool?
You do. You kind of look like a pirate.
That's the look I was going for. Arrgh, gang, you're a pirate.
You guys, look at the dollars flowing in right now. I just want to say thank you to a few of our donors that have really shown up in a wonderful way. Eleanor Hood, thank you for your $500 donation tonight.
That's neat.
$400 from the Carr family. $250 from Yi Feng, Stan and Susan Rickard. $200 from David Starr and Judy Schonhard. Thank you so much. And $100 gifts literally just pouring in. I'll read your names throughout the broadcast tonight. But thank you so much. Literally every dollar counts. $5, $10, $20, whatever you can spare. Save. And please give generously to the Oregonians that we are serving tonight.
That's right. We said this during the live event. It's not how much you give that matters, but that you give.
Right.
We need you to be a part of this. We all have to have each other's back right now. We really need you to be a part of this giving community. So showcase your support in this moment. Go right now to together4oregon.org. If you get some gigantic number, Miss Misty is going to give you a shout out here on the virtual, right?
It'll be my absolute pleasure to do so too.
I know. This is a lot more relaxed here than live television. That's what I'm saying. So we are so glad that you are here with us tonight. By the way, these shirts and everything, the swag, it's still on the website. It's going to be available for a while. You know, you're going to look pretty cool walking around.
I got to say.
Look like you're part of the community, and then somebody's going to say, hey, where'd you get that really cool shirt? And you could say, oh, I'm glad you asked.
Right. Or someone who works behind the scenes is going to see you on the street, and they're going to say,
thank
hey, you supported Together for Oregon. they'll give you a thank you in real life.
That's right. Just because we all are kind of looking out for each other right now. All right, so you guys ready for some live music?
Yes.
You ready? You ready? You ready?
I am.
Me too.
So we are so excited to welcome him in here because we heard him rehearsing downstairs. Fantastic. Grab yourself a cocktail and get ready for Thunderstorm Artis.
Can't wait.
My time comes around. I believe in the better days to come, waking up to the morning sun, on a boat in a deep blue sea, searching for treasures that all men see. But when my time comes around, Lord, I'll be ready, both feet on the ground. Well, 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 well. Well, 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 well. Well, Mama knows she didn't raise her no fool. I've done my best like she knew I could. But lately I've been so misunderstood. Some called me crazy, said I'm no good. Oh, Mother, it's not your fault but mine. I'm sorry if I had wasted time. Won't you lead me where it all begins? I'm sorry if I had gone astray. Please lead me through all these darkened days. Won't you take me by my hand again? Oh, when my time comes around, Lord, I'll be ready, both feet on the ground. Oh, when my time comes around, Lord, I'll be ready with both feet on the ground. Thank you all so much, man. I hope you guys are enjoying it, man. Hope this music makes your evening just a little bit better as we're all staying indoors and whatnot. All my bags are packed, I've gotta go. Find myself on some fallback road. And I know you won't be missing me when I'm gone, when I'm gone. I wanna lose myself on the mountain range. There's nothing to quench my thirst but the pouring rain. But I know you won't be missing me when I'm gone, when I'm gone. And oh, so don't I, and oh, so don't I, and oh, so don't I, and oh, coming home, coming home, home to you. Mother bows her head to pray at night. Lord, she's praying she can make it right. And oh, she hates it when we fight on our own, on our own. And no, Sedona, no, Sedona, no, Sedona, oh, Sedona, coming home, coming home. Home deal. Thank you guys, man. That's an original song of mine called Sedona. I had the amazing pleasure of playing that live on this show that you all maybe watch. It's called The Voice. It was just such an honor, but it's amazing coming together to do something for Oregon. It's really cool. I'm new to Oregon, living here in Beaverton area, and it's been really cool to be able to come here and be able to support, and kind of stand here and really kind of just share some love to a city that's amazing. So hope you guys enjoy. This is a new song of mine. It's called Carry On. Give me a reason to sit down alone, watching this life as it passed me by. Searching for a simple answer that I could simply call mine. I watch this world as it simply goes, and I watch it fade along. But about my head inside the night, oh, I heard my mother say, oh, mama said, son, though your heart has been broken and all your words have been spoken, you gotta carry on. You gotta carry on. I walk these streets of cobblestones, singing songs to the open sky. I tell the world of what I found, but it seemed they were never home. But for 3 long years, Lord, I stood there on my own. Oh, in search for a freedom, oh, a life that I have never known. Mama said, son, for your heart had been broken, no, your words have been spoken, gotta carry on. You gotta carry on. So carry on, carry on. You gotta carry on. Carry on, carry on. You gotta carry on. I'm Thunderstorm Artiste, man. I hope you guys had a lot of fun this evening, man. We're going to turn it back over to Dell and Susanna and Misty, and much aloha. Take care.
All right. Oh, after this, yeah. Wow. Cool. Wow. Oh, that was amazing, wasn't it?
Incredible.
Thank you so much.
much. Let's raise a glass and cheers to Thunderstorm Artiste.
Woo!
What amazing performances tonight. Thank you again for joining our live stream and welcome back to Together We Thrive. I'd just like to raise a glass myself and say to you, Oregon, thank you so much for showing up today for Oregonians in need. Together for Oregon, together we thrive. Cheers to you all.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.
There we go. Way to go, Oregon.
And we've got Stephen and Judith Carroll joining us today with a $250 gift.
Woo!
Shannon Smith, Shirley Solwell, Lynn Chowning, Colette Catrill, Jane Lawson, Terry Cox, Jeff Anderson, Jan Van Domlin, Leslie Gilbertson, Ann Takamoto, Mary Hoshstetler?
I guess that's what I was going to say.
James Burgett, thank you all for your $100 gifts. You are amazing. And folks, I want to remind you, you can give at together4oregon.org, or you can always go directly to our beneficiaries' websites as well and give directly through them. Thank you so much, Christopher Bateman, for your $100 gift. And folks, remember, the giving is open for 30 days, so you have until August 18th, 2020 to get your gifts in to support Oregonians in need. What did you guys think of Thunderstorm?
Oh
Wasn't
my
that
gosh.
amazing?
He's got a new fan in me.
And stories connect us. That's what we're missing out on right now with live theater, with the music events, and being at a sporting event. The ways that we are together in this community, they're sorely, sorely missed.
I know. I miss the arts. I miss the sports.
Yes.
I miss people.
Yes. I miss happy hour.
And speaking of happy hour, yes, we are toasting.
It might be going down right now.
We are toasting right now. And we do want to say that what we're drinking right now is actually from Anami. There are a lot of vineyards out there that are supporting a lot of nonprofits, even though the vineyards are having a hard time right now. Right. So I want to give a shout out to my friends at Anami. I want to give a shout out to my friends at Stoller and Chemistry. You guys have been really supporting a lot of nonprofits, and I would encourage people to go and support those vineyards.
And what a beautiful thing to do. You can go outside. Everyone's keeping social distancing in place.
Yep.
You can be safe. You can support. There's lots of wineries that are doing curbside pickup.
Yep.
And even some that are doing free delivery if you buy a case. You know, all the bookstores. I was at Broadway Books today and got to pick up a bag of books that were curbside delivery. And you can even make an appointment some places to go into a shop with social distancing in place.
The vineyards are open. A lot of times you have to have an appointment, but they're open. Again, the fantastic swag that Suzanne and I were sporting tonight, that is available. Walk around town, people are going to say, tell me about Together for Oregon.
Right.
You can get it at togetherfororegon.org. Guess what? We have more music.
I know.
awesome.
I'm so excited.
We have
One of
more
our buddies, too.
Really?
Tonight.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're going to take a listen to Logan Lynn. You're going to like this.
I've fallen down so far below ground. I've fallen down so far below ground. Will you stay here? Will you hide me now? Will you stay here? Will you hide me now? I'm sullen and I can't get around, 'cause I'm underground. Well, I'm sullen and I can't get around, 'cause I'm underground.
That is a great song and a really fantastic video.
Great video.
So beautiful. And to be an amazing artist and also someone who gives so much to the community. That's just, I mean, I guess that's kind of the way it is for most artists.
Yeah.
We really...
Always giving back.
Yeah.
Thank you,
And enjoying
Logan.
those relationships. Yeah, Logan, that was absolutely
Thank you so
fabulous.
much, Logan.
Yeah.
So I think Misty has kind of a nice announcement. Misty?
Yeah, well, folks, the giving continues. And I have to say, just in the last segment for the Logan Lynn video, we got an additional $5,000 in. We're now over $20,000. Thank you so much for your generosity tonight. But keep it coming. This pandemic will go on for some time, and the economic ramifications of it will be long felt by those in our community who are hurting right now. So please, if you have $1 to spare, $5, $10, I'll say it again, $100, please go to togetherfororegon.org and give as generously as you can. Thank you so much to all of you who have. Let's do some shout outs. How about Suzanne Calisong? Thank you for your $100 donation. Michelle Haberlach, Dov Kleiner, thank you. Barbara Steinfeld, thank you to Kathy Chow, Cheryl Alto, John Morbitzer, hopefully I'm not butchering your name, but I love ya. Janet Pedersen, Elizabeth Vaughn, Diane Nathan, James Sager Sr., thank you so much. Sarah Anton, Diana Boss, Jacob Rose, C. David Cottrill, thank you. Mike Gutwig, Jim and Molly Siri, thank you. These are all $100 gifts, folks.
Oh, wow.
Lorraine Weirs, John Boren, Larry Dauphiné, Kristen Tennant, Audra Burrows, Judith Lazo, Cordelia Shea, Laura Richter, Bethany Schaffner, Marcy Rosenweig, and Claudia Roberts. Thank you so much for your $100 gifts. That is amazing. Keep it coming. What else, folks? This is exciting,
How
isn't it?
cool is it to be
I
a part
know.
of this? And maybe we can be a national example of how we all bind together and help each other no matter what. you
We
know?
are Oregon strong, and we're showing the other states how it's done.
Right.
Cheers,
Right?
Oregon.
Right.
Cheers,
Yeah.
Oregon. We are looking out for each other, and that's what it's all about.
Right.
And as Misty said, you can go to togetherfororegon.org, showcase your support right now. It's also tax deductible. And you know what I love about it? There's a lot of people logging in that are giving $1 or $5. It's, again, it's not how much you give, but that you give.
Yeah.
You're
Right.
a part of this movement.
If 1 million
with
people
all of
are
us.
watching and everyone donates $1,
I'm not good at math,
but even I
but
get
I
that.
think that's $1 million.
Yeah.
Right.
That would help a lot of Oregonians.
Right.
And I'm not even really that good at math, but you know, that would help a lot of unemployed Oregonians that are really feeling the hurt right now because of this national
and not only
crisis.
financially to my mind, but watching all this money coming in and seeing the caring, I think also can really help build up people's confidence in our community and in taking care of each other no matter what. You know, what's important is that we are walking beside each other right now.
I think we can all get a little down, you know,
Yeah.
and think that we're all in this alone, but we're not in this alone.
Right.
We're not in this alone. You
And
look to your left, you look to your right, there's somebody that's looking out for you.
Right, and it's important too to just keep encouraging people. I mean, we don't know our neighbors' situations, but it's important to make sure that you're asking for help if you need help. And that's another part, kind of a silver lining of all this, is being in contact with each other and really telling the truth about what's going on. And if you can help someone in your neighborhood, and there's so many wonderful ways to do that, make a donation, and you can help someone who's in need.
You know, in the live event, we talked a lot about Sunshine Division and what they're doing right now because there are so many families that are in need of the basics, just as simple as we can't eat. We don't have food on our table. And so that was one of the beneficiaries tonight of this event that is going to benefit from this event is Sunshine Division because the food is there. Right? But Sunshine Division is actually getting it to the families in need.
Did you know that they've been doing it for like 100 years?
I was so surprised to see that.
100
I had no
years. Like,
idea.
that's for real.
Right.
And their partnership with the police department, the Portland Police Department, is really unusual and very, very cool.
Yeah.
It's a one-of-a-kind program.
Right.
Yeah. Also, if you go to togetherfororegon.org, you can look at the videos that we have. You can see the nonprofits that are on the website. And you know what? That kind of sparked my interest because there's a police officer in that video when he's talking about Sunshine Division. And he kind of breaks down a little bit at the very end. And that really hit me. You know, you saw that officer saying, there's hope out there. And there was this officer who was kind of losing it, talking about...
Well, he's the officer who actually makes the deliveries of the food baskets too.
that's-
So he sees firsthand
Mhm.
every single delivery, what that means to people that are receiving that kind of help.
Right.
So yeah,
It's so great too to see, I don't know, the kind of dignity that we are all sharing the burden of this terrible time, and that asking for help is not a weakness. It's actually a strength, and you can also encourage other people you love and know who need help to go and ask for it, and that it's strong to ask for help.
Yeah.
It's cool to ask for help, and it's okay.
That's a really, really good point right now, because there are so many people that are just a little too proud to ask for help.
It's hard. I mean,
sometimes you have to,
Yeah.
right? You know, it makes
Yeah.
me think of Bradley Angle, for
Yeah.
example.
Yeah.
How hard would it be and how devastating would it be to admit that you need that type of help?
Yes.
But like,
Yeah.
thank God there's somewhere for you to be able
Right.
to go
Right.
to receive the services that you need.
Right.
And look, guys, we've got another video coming up here.
We got more music for you. It just keeps coming. We're going to take a look at Maia Wynn. Let's take a look.
I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know what I'll do, but I know I can try again. I've got these inhibitions, they're holding me back, and I know there's a bigger road ahead. And if I find myself wishing that I could make a bigger change and find a better way. Oh, when I find myself wishing I could stand a little taller and speak a little louder. And if I fall, I'll get back up. When I fall, I'll try again. And I know I can be so naive when I'm dreaming of bigger things and living beyond my means. And I know I'll make mistakes and get in my head, but I know I can always start again. And if I find myself wishing that I could make a bigger change and find a better way. Oh, when I find myself wishing that I could stand a little taller and speak a little louder. And if I fall, I'll get back up. When I fall, I'll try again. Gonna find my way.
Thank you.
Okay, how much do we love Maia?
What a beauty.
So much.
Just beauty and voice
so cute.
and what a cool instrument.
Well,
and fairy wings, we have to give props for the fairy wings.
We're giving you a shout out,
on.
Maya, for the fairy wings and for the W. Did you know that was a thing?
That's so cool. We should put
Super
together for
cool.
Oregon on the next pair of fairy wings. I think we need some fairy wings in here.
I kind of
Just saying.
really loved her energy.
Me too, beautiful.
That was fantastic. Hey, so one of the things that Susanna, I don't know if anybody knows this, but Susanna's a very prominent actress here in Portland. Very prominent. If you've been to live theater, you've seen her on stage, right?
Yeah.
I've worked quite a bit in Portland as well as an actor, and right now a lot of our friends in the arts community, specifically in live theater, they're struggling right now.
Right.
So I wanted to give a shout out, just a special shout out to Oregon Children's Theater, and here's why. Oregon Children's Theater does such good work. They do great children's theater, but they make a lot of their income, a lot of their revenue with kids' classes.
Right.
And I know because I have an 8 and a 10-year-old. All summer camps were canceled.
Right.
They were done, right? Yeah. And that is a huge revenue stream for the children theaters,
yes.
right? So love your Oregon Children's Theater.
Right.
If you can, please get onto their website and support them.
And Northwest Children's Theater.
Northwest Children's Theater. And you wanted to give a shout out to?
I want to give a shout out to Portland Playhouse,
Yeah.
who's doing also great work in the community. And our amazing floor manager, Stephanie Mulligan, who many of you know from theater as well,
We love
is going
Stephanie.
to start Googling all the companies that we can talk to and say, hey, think about these amazing artists who are connecting us through stories, which is just the bones of I don't know, human connection.
It is.
And this is a time when we really are missing out on the opportunity to connect emotionally. So you kind of have to take a look at all the websites. There's so much good stuff on, as we said earlier, but you're going to have to, take a little bit of time, poke along. I mean, lots of museums are doing all sorts of wonderful tours online. You can see incredible art, some of which you couldn't even see prior to COVID. Another weird silver lining. I mean, you could go to the Louvre, for heaven's sake.
That's right.
And so there's lots of ways that we're going to have these new opportunities, which sadly are because of something pretty terrible.
Yeah.
But these organizations in our own community are just treasures, and the people that are in them are treasures. They're mostly working in a nonprofit organization. They're giving so much because they believe in humanity, storytelling, equity, diversity, the things that are at the fore right now, the silver lining underneath this tragedy.
Yep. Yeah. And we'll get to the other side. We will. We're going to get through this.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are going to get through this, and arts will be back. Oh, I miss the arts. They will be back. We'll get through it. But the way we get through it is to look out for each other.
Right. And I remember one organization that put it so well that by giving a donation to any of these organizations right now is giving money toward hope. Hope for the beauty that we're missing out right now on. And it's pretty exciting to think about all the people who make these kind of connections and help us. Yeah. And the next video, we have some more music.
We have some great music.
Awesome Portland band called MOTRIK.
Yep.
Coming up next.
MOTRIK, here you go. MOTRIK! and that is MOTRIK. Rock on.
So
with
dang
MOTRIK.
good. Yeah,
that
loved
is a
it.
great song, by the way. We love that. So, Oregon, you're coming through for us tonight. I'm here, right? Yeah, I'm here, right? So I'm here. So you're coming through for us. Together4Oregon.org. You can get online. You can make a gift right now. Showcase your support.
Yeah, give a gift like Bruce Lawson did.
Bruce
Yes,
Lawson!
Bruce Lawson!
My brother, thank you for your gift tonight. And you know what? The gifts continue to go. Misty, tell us what we have.
This is amazing. We've got gifts, $100 gifts from Rob and Ruth Ann Fraley, Jill Erickson, my sister, Rebecca Trevino.
What's up, sisters?
Dottie Langford, Mary Ward, Bob Tackett, thank you so much. Wendy Heaton, Barbara Kim, Kenneth Jansen, and Nancy Soller. Thank you so much for joining us with your gifts tonight, folks. Remember, you can give directly through our website. You can go directly to the organization's websites. And you have an entire month to keep on giving. So let's come together, support Oregonians in need, and keep the donations flowing, folks. Isn't this amazing?
This is fantastic.
So
now,
incredible.
If you missed
excited.
if you missed the live event, I want to let you know that we are supporting 4 nonprofits, and we've talked about Bradley Angle, we've talked about Sunshine Division, right?
Yes.
But what we haven't talked about in the virtual event, the after party, is NEA. So I want to shine a little light on NEA. So, and you are quite a NEA supporter right there.
I'm a NEA person.
So
I
tell
love
us
it.
why you're such a NEA supporter.
Well, interestingly enough, Artist Repertory Theater did a play called The Thanksgiving Play, which Larissa Fasthorse wrote.
Yes, yeah.
She's an incredible playwright who lives in LA. And she did a fabulous EDI training for everyone at Artist Rep, which was just eye-opening and fascinating. And as a result, I was doing music events for Artist Rep at that time, and I met all sorts of fantastic musicians from Warm Springs Tribe and all over the state of Oregon.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and then the NEA fundraiser came up, and I attended, and I saw Kelsey from Portland Center Stage, and I realized what an amazing place to connect as an artist.
Yeah.
These stories are incredible, and needless to say, so many of them have not been told. And
you were talking about the school, though. They have a school.
They have an incredible school.
I didn't know about the school.
Their school's really
So tell me about
awesome.
the school.
Well, and what's so amazing about the work they're doing, I think at least, the last event I went to, which was a fundraiser for their potential college students, was the beautiful traditions that are shared from the students and from the tribes that they come from, all beginning with these incredible invocation ceremonies, the beauty of these traditions. And I know when I was there and enjoying that, Christine Dupre over at NEA, I sat at her table, and to share at that event of food that was all from the Native tradition, the invocation ceremony, the young people who are being supported, and these young people are in need of support. And I guess the thing that really resonated for me was seeing these young people getting individual relationship building, people who are going to help see them through the time in their life when we all know young people all the way up through high school and even longer than that need those kind of supportive relationships so that they have someone to be in contact with and someone who's going to really cheer for them when they succeed and help them get back up if they need help. And I love that kind of individual kind of contact.
They're
And
so
I feel
essential.
all the organizations that we're supporting tonight, that's what they do. They give a little extra relationship, like real contact.
So when you're supporting Together for Oregon at together4oregon.org, you are supporting these 4 nonprofits that are fantastic. The last of the 4 nonprofits is LCSA, right, who is helping working families. They have a program called Helping Hands, which literally helps folks that are out of work stay in their homes, keep the lights on, put food on the table, and even get gifts for their kids during the holiday season.
Right. The holiday program is just one of the cornerstones.
Yes. That's where your money's going tonight. That's what you're supporting. We are looking out for each other in Oregon, because that's how we do in Oregon, right? So we're looking out for each other. We are together for Oregon. It's the tagline. It's the tagline. All right. So you know what to do, Oregon, right? Together4Oregon.org. The website will be open for another
30 days. You have
30
until August
days.
18th.
I did not bring a change of clothes.
You know what? So before we go, though, this has been an amazing experience, I think, for all of us. Kind
Absolutely.
of coming together in a virtual way, staying socially distant, and really showing our support. And there's been a lot of people behind these cameras who have done a lot of things, and we do want to give them a massive shout out, starting with our creative director, Adam Klugman. Adam, you emailed me last night, Friday night at 11 p.m. And I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I still got
like 4 in the
I think I saw an email from 4 a.m.
I know,
He's
it's crazy.
a madman.
Our floor director, give it up for Stephanie Mulligan. That's right, Stephanie Mulligan.
Wait, that just sounded like Hamilton. Stephanie
Mulligan. We have Sam Cole. We have Laura Fraley. We have Marlon Montano.
Woo.
We have Rora Brashears. We have Lloyd Jones.
Rory.
Didn't I say that? I said, what did I say?
I thought you said Rora.
We got
anyways,
Mike
I don't know what that
DiNapoli.
Mike DiNapoli, Lloyd Jones, and a big shout out to our tech director tonight, Damien. Thank you so
Wait a minute.
much, Damien.
Did you say Lloyd? Did you say Lloyd?
Did
he
said
say
Lloyd
you,
Jones.
Lloyd?
Lloyd Jones.
Sam, because you could. Oh, you did.
There we
Okay.
go.
I was
I'm
like,
giving him a shout out right
I
there.
don't know. I didn't
Lloyd
hear it.
Jones.
It went very fast.
We love you, Oregon. You have been amazing. Don't forget, our website will be open for the next 30 days. Togetherfororegon.org. We got to have each other's back. We got to look out for Oregon. That's how we do it in Oregon. We have each other's back. So, again, get online. Every single dollar counts. Thank you so much, Oregon. We'll see you on the other side. We will get through this. We'll get through it together. I promise you.
Night, everybody.
I'm Bill Wadhams, and I'm an Oregonian.
I'm Carla.
I'm Olivia, and I'm an Oregonian.
My name's Rosetta.
I'm Christopher Radar Bateman.
I'm Rhiannon, and this is Casey, and we are Oregonians.
I stand
with my neighbors,
my friends,
and colleagues
from all over Oregon.
Because I believe
there is dignity in work,
but no shame
in needing help.
I stand
in solidarity,
in strength,
in courage
with all Oregonians
to offer our support,
our love,
our concern
in these challenging times.
So please join us
and stand together
for Oregon.
Please give what you can,
because divided
we fail,
but together
we thrive.
We thrive.
Together we thrive.